What's up, y'all? Welcome back to my channel, and it is that time of year again. Next week is the first leg of the round of 16 Champions League. So yeah, let's get to the predictions. So, first match, Sporting Lisbon versus Manchester City, my team. So, I mean, I'm not picking them just because it's my team. I think that we can all agree here that Manchester City are levels above Sporting. No disrespect to Sporting. They have some great players. They can be very flashy going forward. I've seen them score some beautiful team goals. They have some really good individual talent going forward. But defensively, I just don't expect them to hold. So that's why I'm not really giving Sporting a chance here. And that's why I'm expecting Manchester City to win this quite comfortably, you know? I'm hoping that they don't give me a heart attack. I hope they save that for the later rounds of the Champions. So I'm expecting Manchester City to win this over the course of 2 legs. I'm expecting City to win this 6-1. Okay, as for the next match, this one should be a lot closer and level in quality. And I'm talking about PSG versus Real Madrid. Now, for PSG, they just have not really been impressive to me at all this season, in my opinion. I know they're at the top of the league. I know they're like 10 points clear, but I believe they've been knocked out. I know they got knocked out in one of the domestic tournaments. I don't know about the other one. I'd have to check up on that. But other than that, they still haven't shown anything that's like, wow, that I'm worried about. You know, I know they beat my team 2-0 the first time we played in the group stages. But, I mean, other than that, we dominated the ball. We outpossessed them, created better chances. We just weren't clinical enough, which Manchester City is known for being. But that second match, we really showed the levels to this. We totally outplayed them, and we beat them to top the group. So, yeah, PSG just have not been impressive for me. It's not looking like a team that everybody was hyping up in the summer. Even I, you know, when I seen all these signings, I was getting worried because I was like, damn, I really wanted the Champions League, but it's looking like PSG are going to be a force to be reckoned with, but they just aren't. And I'm not saying that they can turn up at any moment. I mean, we've seen how Mbappe and Messi can play, and they can turn up at any moment, but they just haven't shown it enough to me, unlike Real Madrid, who stays consistent and have a solid foundation. And what I mean by that is PSG, you don't know what they're going for. I mean, you can tell they're just kind of hoping for players to create something, just to pull something out of their ass. You know, maybe Messi has a solo goal, same with Ronaldo, or maybe even Mbappe can show off his speed and get a 1v1. But other than that, you don't really see their identity. Unlike Real Madrid, who you know what they're going for. And they have a solid foundation. They have a good coach. There's no drama over there, unlike with PSG. There always seem to be some type of drama. And that's why I'm going for Real Madrid. You know, they have the experience. I know they don't really got the youth, but they got the experience. Their players can still play at a top level. There's still some quality players, and even their youngsters on the wings are really starting to show how good they can be and how high their ceiling should be. So that's why I'm going to go. That's why I'm going to have to go with Real Madrid 3, PSG 2. I still believe it's going to be tight, but I really do expect Real Madrid to control their game and control their own destiny. As for the next match, this is similar to the first one. It's Bayern versus Salzburg. I mean, there's just a big difference in level here. I mean, you got Bayern, you know, champion 4 or 5. I forget how many times they won the Champions League. And then you got Salzburg, a team from Austria. No disrespect to them, but they're just not on the same level as Bayern, are they? And unlike Sporting, they don't really have them flashy players up going forward. So yeah, I'm expecting Bayern to really dominate here, and that's why I'm just going to go ahead and get through this one. I'm going with Bayern 8, Salzburg 1. Sorry, Salzburg fans, if you're watching this, but it's just my opinion. Now, on to the next match, Liverpool versus Inter Milan. This should be an interesting one because Inter Milan, you know, they're a good side. They play some impressive football here. I've watched them a couple times here and there, and they look good. They have some really good players, but I mean, it's Liverpool. I just don't see Liverpool losing the first round. They got the experience in the Champions League. No matter how their season's going, they always seem to do well in the Champions League. So, and also, they have a great team. They have a great team, and they just added to it we would give Liverpool some stick because we say that they have no depth. But then we just seen them play a couple of games without Salah and Mane, and they did fine. Their players stepped up, and they looked really good. They're really starting to find their feet, and now their players are returning, and they've added more. So they're only getting better. This is a new beginning for Liverpool this season. I really do believe that they're going to start tearing it up. Only 6 points behind Manchester City. I expect them to make that a little bit closer. And yeah, it's going to be interesting to watch. It's going to be interesting to watch Liverpool. I really do believe they're going to start showing how good they can be again, like we've seen back in like 2018, 2019. So yeah, Liverpool are a team to watch out for, and that's why I'm gonna have to choose them. I'm going with Liverpool 4, Inter Milan 2. As for this next match, this match is a little weird because it's Villarreal versus Juve, but Juve aren't that team that we all know and love. You know, they're not that team that they used to be. They've been on the downfall for the past 3 to 4 years, haven't been themselves. Even when they had Cristiano Ronaldo, they just weren't the same. They were getting knocked out by teams that they shouldn't be getting knocked out by. I know I'm not the one to talk, because so have we, but I don't know. They just haven't looked great. They're struggling in the league, and yeah. As for Villarreal, they just won the Europa League last season. They had a decent group stage. They're struggling a bit, but they got through. But I'm still going to have to go with Juve here just because I don't believe Villarreal are a Champions League team. I believe they're a good Europa League team, but for a Champions League, I just don't see them really making any type of run in the Champions League. I believe this is where it stops. So I'm going to have to go with Juve 4, Villarreal 2. I wouldn't be surprised if Villarreal win. I mean, they definitely have it in them. Juve definitely have it in them to fumble it. So I wouldn't be surprised. But I'm going to have to stick with Juve here. I don't think Juve are going to be anything special in the Champions League. I don't think they're any threat. But I do believe they'll get past Villarreal. So, sorry Villarreal fans, but this is where it ends. On to the next match. That is Chelsea versus Lille. Now, if this was the Lille from last year, then this could be a very interesting match. Because, you know, we're seeing Chelsea struggle as of recent. And there's been drama over there. There's been players feuding with coaches. You know, the whole Lukaku situation, and they just haven't been the same team as we've seen towards the end of the season of last year. You know, they're really starting to struggle, but they still have a good, solid foundation. Tuchel does set them up very well defensively, and that's why I'm gonna have to go with Chelsea here. Now, if this was Lille from last season, where they were tearing it up in the French league and they were having their players were just having crazy seasons, then I would say this could be a lot closer. But I do expect Chelsea to get over the line in this match. So I'm going to go with Chelsea 3, Lille 1. Now this next match, on paper, it looks really close. And it can be really close. And I'm talking about Benfica versus Ajax. Benfica have some really good players going forward. You know, Everton, David Neres, Rafa. Tons of players, tons of good quality forwards, but I mean, Ajax, man, when it comes to the Champions League, they just always seem to be that dark horse, that team that everybody wants to avoid just because of that risk factor. Like, oh yeah, we got, you know, as we say, a top team as in Bayern, as in a Liverpool, as in a Manchester City, but they're right there. I would say they're right under there, and they're just a scary team to go against. I mean, when they get going, they really do get going, and it's not something you want to get in front of. So yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Ajax here. I believe Ajax are here to cause some serious problems. I believe they're gonna knock out another big team like we've seen them do in the past couple years. So sorry, Benfica, you're a great side. The Ajax, they're just gonna be that team again. I already see it. I don't want to go against them, so I'm gonna go with Ajax 4, Benfica 3. Now this last match is probably the most difficult to decide. And this match is Atletico Madrid versus Manchester United. I mean, what can I say? Both teams have been pretty similar. And what I mean by that is they've been both pretty disappointing. And I know most of y'all are probably thinking Manchester United. Yeah, they've been the most disappointing. But Atletico Madrid have been disappointing themselves. They won the La Liga last year. They looked good. And I know they can always be a pain in the ass to play against in the Champions League. By the way, Diego Simone has them lined up, and defensively they're always solid. And going forward, they have a couple of good players. But like I said, they've both been struggling, and I feel like this is like a flip of a coin. It's not who has the better team; it's who's gonna show up. And if I had to pick one team to do that, I'm gonna have to go with Manchester United. We all know Manchester United and their disappointments and how disappointed they've been. I mean, we've seen it against Borough last week, and we've seen it yesterday when they tied Burnley, that place in last place. But like I said, if I had to choose one team that the players are gonna show up, get a big goal, I'm gonna have to go with Manchester United and Cristiano Ronaldo. You know, it's Cristiano Ronaldo versus Atletico Madrid. We've seen this before. Cristiano Ronaldo beat him twice for Real Madrid, and against all odds with Juve, came back and beat him again when they were down 3-1. So that's why I'm picking them. I'm not saying Manchester United are going to be or to dominate or they're going to look good at all. I think this is going to be a very back and forth match. It's going to get ugly. It's going to get rough. But yeah, if I had to choose one guy to step up and show up, I'm going with Cristiano Ronaldo. I mean, this is his tournament. We see how he does in the Champions League. He's the king of the Champions League. No debate about that. I mean, he's the reason why Manchester United are here. I mean, Manchester United should be in the Europa League, but they're not. And that's solely because of Cristiano Ronaldo. No ifs, buts, or doubts about it. Because of Cristiano Ronaldo and his clutchness is why Manchester United are here. So that's why I'm going to have to choose Manchester United. Other than that, if you stay till the end, please let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I'll be taking a look at them. I'm totally up for debate. Say whatever you want. I'm not a sensitive guy. If you want to call me names, I don't care. I'll be more than happy to respond to you. So yeah, let me know what you guys think is going to happen, if you would change anything. And yeah, can't wait for next week. Other than that, please like and subscribe. Help me get to 1,000 subscribers this year. That's my goal. I would really appreciate it. But yeah, till then, see you next time.